Yo, what's up everyone, Kyrios here, and today we're going to go over a TL60 optimizer. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos from the TL41 or the TL51, those do exist, and if you are that level, go ahead and check those out. But we remade a new calculator for everyone. But first, I want to do some tips and tricks and some things that I would personally do as you make your way to TL60, now that I am TL60, with some advice. So if you guys can, hit that like and subscribe. Let's get started. All right, everyone, welcome on in. Now, TL60 is when the fun honestly begins. And probably TL65 is when the fun truly begins. But there's a few things I do want to point out. Is that one, at TL60, you do get a lot more, Trailblaze XP. You'll make your way till 65, but we finally hit max level. So if you go to characters, you'll have your level 80 characters. Now, you may have one or two of them, and you should be definitely aiming at at least a few. At least two primary DPS being level 80, and then two light cones being level 80, with a variety of other characters maybe being 80 as well. Now, my first big tip is that if you are ascending some characters, pick your first two DPS. Mine's 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿 and 𝙀𝙓𝙃. Those are my two DPS in order so I can make an MOC team. And then I've also leveled two other characters to 80. But what I haven't done is I haven't actually leveled them up, because leveling them up and getting their stats does not matter. What does matter is getting their traces unlocked for that Ascension 6. Bronia's is especially amazing, and Ting Yu's is one of the best in the game. So make sure you're not overly leveling characters. There's certain characters you don't need to get the TL80 right away, or sorry, Ascension 6 up to level 80 right away. And one of them, like for example, is 𝙀𝙓𝙋𝙉𝙉. Do you really need attack increase by 35% of your defense? No, it's not going to make or break you. So make sure you're very careful, because you will spend a ton of money. Now, in order to do what I just did, it cost me roughly around 2.8 million credits. Now, I did do some trace farming as well, and that's probably my second biggest tip. If you are in your TL50s and you've already completed the amount of EXP books that you need, which is a lot, you need about 270 for two characters, and you have enough credits and everything like that, I would go ahead and make sure that you are farming those, if I can find them here, those trace materials. Now, the reason that we farm those trace materials, even though at TL60 you get this brand new difficulty, it's really not the biggest increase in trace materials. So whether you do 5 or you do 6, now you're going to get a higher chance of getting purples on 6, 100%, but it's not that much higher, and it's not guaranteed at all. So I don't know what the statistics are, but when I was doing it on 5, it was like a 10% shot to get a purple. And then when I was doing it on 6, it was like a 25% chance to get a purple, or maybe even a 20% chance. It's really hard to tell. Now, so I would focus on getting some traces in your TL50s. And then I would make sure you're not overly farming too much gear. Now, one thing I do want to point out is that in your TL60s, you are guaranteed to get 2 pieces of gold gear in all of your simulated universe, and you're guaranteed to get 2 pieces of gold gear in your Caverns of Corrosion. So TL60 is where we're really wanting to do some more gear farming, and especially on Echoes of War as well, you get 2 pieces of gear there as well. So once you hit TL60, it's really just going to be traces, and it's going to be gear. And then you're going to start just sprinkling in characters here and there to get them to 60, 70, everything like that. All right, and then the final big tip is when you're going to TL60, make sure that you're focusing on the 2 teams that you are going to try and do an MOC. So here's an example of one of the teams I do. This is my Lightning team. I like to run March 7th with 𝙀𝙓𝙃, mainly because I got March 7th to Eidolon 6, so she's able to do a little bit extra healing. You can see that she's level 50. That's fine. She doesn't have to be the most, because Ting Yun is my powerhouse. But then I kind of overly stack a little bit harder on my 𝙀𝙀𝙃 team, and this is the team that I run with 𝙀𝙀𝙃. So make sure, go into your team editor, build 2 teams. You probably only have 1 healer like me, unless you got very lucky getting 𝙀𝙀𝙃, and build the 2 teams, and it'll give you complete clarity on what you are doing. All right, we got to the point of the video that you all love, and it is the spreadsheets. Now, I remade the spreadsheet a little bit more. I'm not the best at making spreadsheets. Once again, I'm not an expert at doing this, but I remade this in order to help people out a little bit more. So One thing I will point out is that we don't really take traces into account here. We don't take gear into account here. What we're really worried about is how many characters we're going to level from 70 to 80, right? And that's what kind of matters and what is going to make or break you as you make your way through your TL50s all the way to 60. Now, let's go ahead and run through this. Now, most of this stuff you do not have to touch, and I will be editing. If there's anything wrong with it, I'll be editing and fixing it on the fly. And we have some nice pretty charts now on what you can see here, but the only thing you need to manipulate are the values that are down here in the bottom left. The materials owned are whatever you have. So if you want to put in, you say have 1,000,000 credits, right? Maybe you have 1,000,000, right? You can go ahead and put that in there, and it'll go ahead and it'll adjust everything on the fly for you. So you can kind of put in what you already own. And then you can put in what you're looking to do throughout your TL50s through 60s. So if I was to go ahead and zero this out, right, in the drop downs, we want 0 5-star heroes, 0 4-star heroes, 0 5-star light cones, and 0 4-star light cones. This is assuming the light cones and the heroes are level 70, by the way, and you want to get them to level 80. You can see that we don't need anything. All right, oops, I had to fix something on the fly, but you can see that we don't need anything. Now, going into level 80, I know I want to get my 2 primary DPS, one being my Jingyuan, so I'm going to do 1 here for a 5-star. It's going to tell me how many books I need, how many books in blue I would need. You have to do a little math there if you have a little bit of each, and how many Ascension mats I would need, which is 35, which is the base Ascension mat. Then I want 1 4-star character. Let's go ahead and throw that in there, and that's going to bump up the amount of purple books we need, the amount of money we need, and the amount of Ascension materials we need. Now you can see that the days have gone up. We need about 6.6 days, about 157 runs, the amount of credits that we may need in order to make this happen, which will take 1.4 days or 34 runs. And then it's some Ascension materials and how many days that would take. This should be rounded, honestly, to 1.1 or 1 there. You can see that the graph kind of incorporates where you're gonna be spending a lot of your energy over the course of about 4 Trailblazer levels if you're free to play and not refreshing energy or anything like that. And we have all those calculations down below. But you're gonna want some light cones too. So I'm gonna level up my 1 5-star light cone and my 1 4-star light cone for both of those heroes. You can see our Trailblazer levels it's gonna take is about 6, and how we're gonna have to divide and conquer our days on how we're spending energy. So this is really gonna help you out. So say you put this in here and say you need 276 purple bucks, which we'd say you probably need 200 purple bucks and like 300 blues, right? So say you've been farming that for 6.6 days. You can put in your 200 purple bucks, right? That knocks that down. Let's go ahead and put in 304 blue bucks, right? Bam, that just knocked that whole category off the map because I already own them. I've done the 6.6 days. Now we only need Trailblazer levels times 3. Then we have a calculation in the top right hand corner, and you can see where everything starts to happen, right? We still need 1.5 million money, but you know what? I've been farming every day, so maybe not farming every day, but I've been doing my dailies every day. So I have about 1 million credits. We're gonna knock that down, and you can see how our division of runs starts to happen, where we don't need as many credit runs from there. Now, say you're doing the LC runs from there. We'll say you got about 100 purple books, and then you got, I don't know, about 50 blue books in there. You can see that we only need a few more runs in order to make that happen, and you're pretty much rounded out. So this is really going to help you out, really plan what you're doing. Most people don't have 0 of everything. You know what I mean? Like, even though this says it takes 6 eventual levels, when you hit TL50, you probably have a decent amount of materials going into that. So you can think about, like, what I did is I leveled 2 5-star heroes and I leveled 2 4-star heroes to level 80. Now, I didn't level them all the way, so just remember I left a couple of them at level 70. So you have to take this with a little bit of a grain of salt. But could you do it? Yes, you could do it. If you focus your efforts over 9 Trailblazer levels, you can get everything you need right here, assuming you have 0 across the board. So that's all I really got. I'm going to try. My next iteration of this is I'm really going to make it so you can select every single character, and then you can put in where your Trailblazer level is, where you want your ending Trailblazer level to be, and then we can do a calculation. So maybe you start at like 26 with my calculator, you go all the way to 65. You want to level, 7, or I don't even know, 4 5-star units starting at, and then you can put in the individual levels. That's my next iteration, is a complete leveling guide on one page. I think it's going to have to take me multiple pages to do that. But let me know in the comments down below if you have any more questions. Hit me up on my live streams. We are playing Honkai Star Rail and a bunch of other games. I do appreciate you. I'll see you guys out there. And fist bump from me to you.